Leave it.
Hello, Sheriff.
No beer by us. Everybody should be. Do we listen to the captain or not? Crazy for that.
Okay. He hears the brothers and sisters.
Hey, they're with me.
You guys all set?
Absolutely.
Is there anybody else coming we need to wait for?
Oh, I thought you were there for a couple hours. Yes, I didn't.
Why don't you guys stand at the table and hold them right in front of you? Are the rest of them here? Why don't you get behind the table, maybe put them on the table and hold them directly in front of you?
Well, then we'll come on back.
Okay. So in the meantime, thank you for coming to version Puppy Overload 101. Originally, we started this program about 3 years ago, pre-COVID. I decided that comfort dogs would be an important thing in the increasingly tense and anxious times, and I had no idea of what was coming down the pike between COVID and then follow on for us, Oxford, and a variety of things. And so the comfort dogs have become even more important on so many levels. The reason we picked this breed, the reason I picked this breed was a variety of things, not the least of which the size and the temperament. The size was critically important in my opinion. There's a lot of comfort dogs that are great, they're bigger, but these we can actually put on the laps of someone in a wheelchair. When we visit a hospital, we can put them up on a bed. We can do a lot of things with the size that these guys are that a bigger dog can't. And also, they're a lot less intimidating than a big dog. Saturday, I was at an event in Pontiac, and a little girl was hesitant, but she came up and she pet Max. And her dad came over and was stunned. He said she is deathly afraid of dogs. But I'm so surprised she came up and petted him because they just aren't threatening in any way, shape, or form. They're tiny and they look like puppies even when, like this one, is full grown. And so she was drawn in even though she's afraid of dogs. And that's exactly the kind of comfort animal that I was looking for. And these animals have been amazing in every circumstance that we've placed them in. The newest two came last week, and you'll be introduced to them formally. It's Sadie, who was donated by the Rocca family, and the other one is Wildcat, who was donated by Clarkston Schools. And Sadie already went to a call where a person, Wildcat, that's right. Wildcat already went to a call where an individual was having a bit of a mental health crisis, and Wildcat diffused the situation. He calmed down, and a situation that was tense became calm. And those are the kinds of outcomes that we look for every day. And if a dog can help us, great. And if it can help relieve the tension, the anxiety of anybody, better. And the side benefit for us is they've also helped our folks. The last 2 years have been terrible for law enforcement on so many levels, between officers killed in the line of duty, tragically, like most recently in Detroit. And I know there are funerals today, and our thoughts and prayers are with them. But also suicides. The last 2 years have had a record number of police dying in the line of duty. And the sad fact is more police officers killed themselves than died in the line of duty the last 2 years. So having these guys and gals around our people in a tense time has shown a huge benefit. Different workplaces look forward to them coming and visiting. And last but not least, obviously, the Oxford tragedy continues to affect everyone on so many levels. But a number of these dogs were with us on the day Oxford High School reopened, including Oxford, who is named after Oxford. That was also purchased by Clarkston Schools and donated to Oxford Schools for that purpose. So we've seen them do amazing things. I personally witnessed it after visiting at Oxford. These dogs literally passed out. They were so emotionally drained. They slept from exhaustion. But they took that from the kids. You could see the kids almost unwind as they petted and held the dogs. And so, you know the old phrase, the cavalry's coming? The Cavaliers are coming. And so we have the only Cav squad, I believe, in America. And we're grateful to those that have donated these resources to allow us to create this emotional comfort and support for the community and our people. So we wanted to introduce you formally to all the ones we currently have, including the most recent one, as I said, Sadie and Wildcat. And as you will hear, 8 is enough was the movie, 8 is not enough. Somebody said, how many do you get? I said, we'll know when we get there. We know we're going to do at least 2 more that have already been asked for that are coming in about 7 weeks. And we're super excited about that. I'm not sure if the person we get them from wants to talk at all, but if we do, maybe at some point she will be available. But amazing, amazing dogs. And they do amazing things. So while we have a bunch, I think 16 currently of the big snarling, tracking, Malinois, et cetera, and they do an amazing job too, these guys have a different purpose. And it's important for us to, I think, to recognize the anxiety, the tension, and the depression that we're seeing across all circles in our society and our community today. I mean, we had a suicide that we responded to today. So these guys make a difference, and we're excited to have them formally as deputies. As you can see, they all will have their own little badge. They're sworn in, and they'll have their own vests once they're big enough to wear one. I think they actually all have mine. It may be temporary as they get bigger, but questions? Not much to question with nothing but puppy overload, right?
Are they assigned to an officer? Does each dog have its like?
Yeah, so just like our other dogs, each dog will have a handler. It will go to work with them every day and then go home with them at night. So they're part of the family. And then when they're too old to continue to work, which whatever day that might happen, we sell them to that handler for $1 because they're truly part of their family and they should stay there, in my opinion.
What about training?
Yeah, I was about to say that too. What is the training process like?
Well, part of it is just to start acclimating them when they're super young. I mean, obviously Sadie and Wildcat have no training, but they immediately went out and they already are making an impact. So they'll get more, they'll get the obedience and the different things, the different layers that come with what comfort dogs do. But the great thing about this breed is there's not a mean bone in their body. So obviously one of the things that we have to worry about is, would a dog ever nip somebody? Because if you're holding them this close and somebody's trying to, look at them or pet them, if they turn around and bite them on the lip or something, that's a problem. These guys don't do that. These girls don't do that. They just want to give you a kiss. If they turn around, they're going to give you a lick. So, that's just their temperament. And that's part of the selection process on why this breed, why these dogs. And the other cool fact is they're all brothers and sisters, either half or full. So they're all related. So it's truly a family in a family.
The dogs are made available not only to the public, but to the other officers and deputies?
Yes, yes. And one of the dogs is assigned to what we call a peer-to-peer deputy to focus on how we can help support our people in these challenging times. So that dog goes all across the agency with that deputy. And all the dogs obviously work in different locations, and everybody at those work locations loves to spend time with them. Right now we've got them in Rochester Hills, Independence, Oxford, Pontiac, tipping through the, yeah, I said Independence, I think. Anyway, so they're across in different work locations, including in this building. And so they have a lot of interaction with our employees.
So
What other breeds were considered?
Sorry?
Breeds were considered for this?
Oh, I looked at all the breeds. You know, you see a lot of labs, you see a lot of setters, you see all sorts of breeds, and they're great breeds. I love all those animals, but again, one of my key components was how do we put them up on someone's lap, on a hospital bed, and how do we have assurance that they'll be calm, like this, that they can stand literally for hours. I'll have this guy out for hours. He was out for 8 hours with me on Saturday. And this is the way he was the whole day. Anybody else? Well, thanks for coming. I think we'll actually try to take a department picture too. We have never had all 8 of them together. This is the first time, so hopefully they'll stay calm while we try to take a picture. Maybe Jeff, you could take a couple.
All right.
She's a little wilder today. She wants to play.
How are you, sir? Good. Yeah, that. There you go. Okay.
And you can see how they all calm down when they get picked up. And so when we're lots of times at a big public event, we'll hold them so people can come up and pet them. And this is how they immediately go into calm mode. Now, when we put them down on a leash and they're all around each other, they'll become dogs again. They're not gonna be working, they're gonna become, hey, brother, sister, hey, quit bugging me. Bark, bark, let's go play. You're gonna see the other side of them. But this is how quickly they acclimate to when it's work time. When I take this vest out, he knows it's work time. Thank you.
You don't play?